up, peoples? Here in my crib, you know how that goes. Now, I don't know if I can share my screen, so that's why I pulled it up on my phone. And I don't even know if I did everything that I was supposed to do correctly, but I'll figure it out in due time. Hey, my name is Troy. Welcome to the channel from Keys to Pawn Studios. It's a lot of things that's going to be happening on this channel. I've been trying to get this done forever. I have kids. I have a woman. I have bills. I have, whoa, you know how life do you. But I'm coming off the back of a 14 plus year incarceration for some things I didn't do. All right, so now while I was in there doing this bullshit ass time, part of my American, I was uh I was sitting there, I was sitting in my cell, some guy from New York and shit, and we was talking, and I'm like, this guy don't know how to move. He gonna get poked. He gonna get pummeled. He gonna get by any side, prisoner, inmate, CO, whatever, because he ain't know how to move. So that sparked a whole thing in my head to where instead of putting my boots on him, I wrote the book. It wasn't directed towards him. It was directed to a whole bunch of people I encountered that just didn't know how to move. They didn't get it. They was wondering why they was getting clunked. They was wondering why they was getting stabbed. They was wondering this. You know how I know? Because they was like, yo, I don't even know why that happened. You know? Wrote some things down. Let me see if I can go over them real quick before we dive into the book. I ain't trying to hold y'all up. But I've been trying to get this out for the longest because when I was in there and the book was finished, I was writing the book, it was finished. I passed it out to people, and people were learning from it. People were understanding each other. We was getting along in there. Basically, we wasn't on crazy criminal felon mode all day. You know, we was in there chilling. It wasn't a comfortable thing because you ain't supposed to get comfortable in there, but it was a thing. You know. All right, so I'm gonna read what I wrote for y'all. Okay. Welcome to K2P Studio. Did that. In this channel, I will do my best to give you what I got. What I mean by that is that you will get some Troy education and entertainment. If I'm entertaining to you, do whatever you do. All right. The name King's Pawn comes from the book. Yeah, I wrote the book. Boom, boom, boom. I did type before I went live, but I don't know if it went in there. If it didn't, I'll put the link to the book back up on in the description. All right. Went through all that real quick. I'm doing good. Shout out to all my people in prison, out of prison. All I got all types of friends, brothers, sisters, and all that. Shout out to y'all. Y'all probably used to be with dreads, cornrows, or something. Right now, I got the short, the dwarf. You know. All right. Boom. Any serious questions? Please hit me up on the in the chat. If you would like a loan for your business, you can also hit me up. I'm on LinkedIn. Check it out. I'm a mean article spinner. I've been writing all my life. I've been doing it all my life. I do music too. You might hear me throw a couple bars out there real quick on my unorthodox. But getting back to the matter at hand, this book on the prison side, it helped prisoners bridge the gap of understanding. There's so many cultural people in there that it can segregate itself. What this book did was break that apart. Like people, we start understanding each other. All right, so this is all right. Boom. I brought that to the outside world. I call this the outside world, the real world and shit. brought it out here, passed it around. I even gave it to my parole officer. I got 1 more year. 1 more year. Passed it to my parole officer, and he was like, I'm gonna try to get into this college. This before COVID. I had got out right before COVID type shit. I'm gonna get into this college professor. I'm gonna try to get into the school. So any teachers out there watching this, get my book in your school. It prevents your child from doing. You're gonna read some real stuff. Now, while I'm reading the book, while we at that part, I'm gonna leave out the true to life little sections that I got in each chapter on purpose. If you wanna read the book, read the book. I mean, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. If you didn't know what I meant, though, if you wanna see what I said in the true to life, click the link, get the book. I got it up there for low. It's so low. Shout out to my peoples. Y'all know who y'all is. I love y'all. I know y'all love me back too. All right, we're gonna do this like this, right? Oh yeah, my name is Troy. If I didn't say that already. All right, I'm gonna read it from here because I'm not good with the screen sharing. I told you I just did 14 plus in prison. Like stop playing. So all right, I've been trying to figure it out. I think I'm gonna get it right here. Let me start this off with saying I haven't been an angel. Oh, now that's my other book. That's my other book, The Lost Gods. It's a fantasy fiction. My bad. That's not the one. Yeah, that look on my spiritual people. Check that out. I'm trying to do book two, but it's kind of hard with it. It's kind of hard. Y'all can help me out with book two. It's like a love story, fantasy fiction type of thing. I think you're gonna like it. Oh yeah, before I was doing this, I was working at a gas station. Seen a lot of celebrities. I got this hat actually from the sideline coach from the Giants, Chris Pretty. Shout out Chris Pretty. Hey, I want my tickets. Hit me up. All right, boom. I should have got his number right. That was that word. Word shit. Word. All right, boom. All my brothers, shout out. I know y'all is. I'm trying to get to the page. That's what's happening. All right, so we got the contents. A table of contents. I got the Book of Troy. Go check it out if you want to know how I came to that point that I came to prison time. Oh, nah. Matter of fact, look, as soon as I do this, I'm gonna get into other things, some legal, some political. I don't like doing that type of shit, but I gotta break down how they kidnapped me, and they kidnapping a whole bunch of y'all. Like everybody's getting kidnapped. That's what's happening. Everybody's getting kidnapped, and we don't know how to combat this shit because of how they do it. They using these tactics and shit. But look, got the Book of Troy, the introduction. It's a small book too. It's only like 60 something pages. So it was meant to be a handbook, but they wouldn't let it in the prison because they said I might start riots and shit. But I was passing around my little legal notepad, like, yo, check this out. And motherfuckers like, yo, this is it. This is it. All right, we got administration, we got correction officers, COs. I got prisoner versus inmate. I talk about the law library. I talk about mail and visits. I talk about money and debt. I talk about health, medication, death, contraband, food and commissary. I talk about if you got beef. I talk about race, religion, and gangs. I talk about how I got set up in there. I got set up a couple times in there. by the fucking police, yo. Through inmates. These motherfuckers said, nigga. Chapter after setup is called Snitch Factor. And I got a debunking prison myths. All right. 18 is friend versus frenemy. Y'all know what a frenemy is? We'll throw some Jim Jones on. He got a song titled that, okay? Matter of fact, Gucci Mane. We'll throw that one on. All right, and then I got a little thing, a little creative thing that I did called Bigger, Better You, with appendix and resources for those looking to get those types of things. You see, I'm keeping it raw. I don't know how to do that other extra shit y'all be doing. I'm keeping it raw. And here we go. I hope y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? That'd be crazy if I'm recording and y'all can't hear me. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's my first time using this joint. Let's get ready to it. I'm not reading the book of Troy. I'm gonna have to get the book for that. Let me keep in mind that some of these stories is like outlandish, but they're true. All right, so the introduction. Shout out my boy Matt up in New York. You feel me? Up in Brooklyn. He helped me with this part. The creation of this unofficial handbook for the incarcerated was made necessary due to the American criminal justice system. Run that back. The creation of this unofficial handbook for the incarcerated was made necessary due to the American criminal justice system. The tough on crime legislation of the last 35 years has led to a rapid increase of the prison population across the country. The mass incarceration of the poor, mentally ill, young, abused, and addicted has made the prison industry a lucrative business for the savvy, wealthy investor, who then come up with creative ways to capitalize on the free labor of that prisoners provide for cheap. They slaves in there. We slaves. Who then come up with creative ways while simultaneously acting as a savior for the cash-strapped states. My boy Matt, he is sharp. By serving as cost-effective solutions for warehousing the rapidly growing prison populations. A demand for human bodies begin to grow every time a prison is built. When poor neighborhoods act as farming grounds for the prison warehouses begin to deplete their stock, and the laws negatively impact those that they were constructed to exclude, it creates new capital for revamping the corporate machine, which is fueled by indentured labor. Slavery. We be in there slaving. You won't even know. You don't even. Yo, I just had a flashback. A CEO threw a dirty mop bucket full of mop bucket water in this inmate face, and he ain't do nothing. Whoa! All right, yo, if you seeing this dude or the CEO, yo, y'all know what I'm talking about. That was crazy. All right, boom. This should be a wake up call to every citizen in America. Currently, 1 out of every 5 citizens in our society knows someone that has been arrested, has done, or is doing county jail or prison bids. Feds, too. I'm going to bring that back. This should be a wake up call to every citizen in America. If you consider yourself a citizen, you feel me? All right. 1 out of 5 citizens in our society know someone that has been arrested, has done, or is doing a county jail or prison bid. And let's not forget about probation and parole. You feel me? You see, the current climate of our nation makes it highly possible that if you have had any direct contact with criminal justice system, that if you have had any direct contact with the criminal justice system or do not know anyone that has, that time is nearing, window closing. The American justice system makes this book a necessity to have. If you're an American citizen, understand that mass incarceration is a major component of our culture. Like, this is our culture. Ain't that crazy? But it is. This is a fact, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. What you're about to read are the unofficial, yet official rules and regulations of prisons across the country. Now, if I miss something, all you ex-cons, speak up. Let me know something if I miss something, because I know I missed some shit. I kept it light because it was a lot of shit. If you was in there, you know it's a lot of things going on in there. So I kept it light, kept it sweet for motherfuckers that didn't know how to move. And me, I honestly believe that it applies to motherfuckers out here too. When you hear me cursing, excuse my American. It's part of my culture. All right. I'm having fun. All right. Boom. Hopefully y'all fuck with me enough to where I, can do what I gotta do and knock some more bills out the way. You feel me? All right, boom. So we on chapter 2. This is the administration. I need anybody that's in prison administration to speak up, say something. Speak up and say something. If I'm missing something, if I ain't get it right, if I'm talking about you, speak the fuck up. All right? All right, administration. These are the men and women who call the shots in whatever prison they operate. They are supposed to enforce the rules and regulations, but on the other hand, they pick and choose when and what rules to enforce, especially when they feel as if they could pull a fast one on a person who may lack the knowledge to fight them without physical force. If you're reading this from within a prison, you need to understand that you are viewed by most of the administration and its staff as being the lowest of the low. You rarely see them unless you're assigned a job detail of cleaning their offices. Occasionally, you may see them who form the administration do a walk around where they are, in a sense, treated like a president. And what I mean by this is a prisoner who may have a legitimate claim will not be allowed to speak with the administrator directly. They must go through a remedy system, which was previously done on paper but is now completed through JPay or JPay like grievances. Keep in mind, keep in mind that there are several people who form the administration. Yeah, y'all know why I'm doing this. I used to, y'all know me. Look me up in New Jersey. Y'all know me, my name, and I'm being a good guy. So leave me the alone. Leave me all. They all hold different ranks and titles. There could be a judge. They are your judge, jury, and the COs are the executioners. Any COs that speak up. Y'all be acting crazy when y'all put that blue suit on. Some of y'all don't. I ain't fronting. We're gonna get into that next chapter. All right, boom. They do what they want to do, unless you take those issues, which must be legitimate, to an outside source and take legal action. Even though you're in prison, you still have rights. A call to the ombudsman is free. Ombudsman is free. Collectively, the administration may look like assholes. I'm gonna bring that back. Collectively, the administration may look like assholes. However, in Individually, they are regular people, just like me and you. We all know that some people are natural born assholes, but then we have those that weren't born those natural born assholes. The ones the ones that try to help can only do as much as they can until they're looked at as an enemy agent. Majority rules in almost all situations. You and I know this. Everybody else knows this too. They are the top of the food chain in prison. So please, please, please. I put three pleases. I wrote this in there. So them three pleases, I'm trying to save somebody's life. You can get murdered in there by them. These people didn't make you, so don't let them break you. All right, copy. All right, what you should do is another section in the chapters that I have. What you should do. This is just my suggestions. You don't have to. Just help you move the way you need to move, so you can go home to your loved ones, kick back, do a good bid, or even if you on this side, stay the fuck out of trouble. Cause I hope I pop up in the back of your head like, yo, you dumb motherfucker. You know? Certain situations calls for certain situations. So if you out there hustling and all that, I already understand. I was in there before. I was there. If you're doing whatever you need to do to take care of your home, I don't knock you. I don't knock you. I don't knock you. But I'm just warning the motherfucker. All right? What you should do. If you find yourself in a gym of any sort and the COs or the civilian staff doesn't seem like they are trying to help you, this is the most opportune time to put your issues and problems on that before mentioned remedy or grievance form or any remedy or grievance filing system. If you do not get an appropriate response, you could, one, leave that situation alone before it gets ugly. Two, take the problem to an outside source. Yeah, you don't create no waves in there until you got people. What's up with my baby? You know, if you feel as if your outgoing mail or even your in-house mail will not make it to where you need to go, you should have one of your associates, the prisoners and inmates, whoever you're dealing with in there, have one of them call your peoples up for you or write a letter. And again, the ombudsman is free. I know it may seem like too much of a hassle, but if you don't stand for something, you'll definitely fall for anything. The more pressure you put on the administration, the smoother your bed will run. Let me clean that up. Not in all every situation get a different. I seen some people fuck this shit up, but look. Make sure to study the Bill of Rights and learn the rules and regulations of the prison, county, institution, and this whole entire land. Teach the kids this shit. This is the shit that they talk about in court. That had me all fucked up sitting there in court like, yo, what the fuck is they talking about? They ain't teach me none of this shit and none of the grades I was in. And dude hit me with some shit that he quoted from way back in the way back. There is no excuse to not knowing the law. And they proceeded to railroad me. Yo. They proceeded to railroad me. I got all the proof. I got all the proof. All right. Boom. Next section is a warning. I got a warning in each chapter too. It's a warning. 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 Rest in peace. If you keep away from all the nonsense, you will have a smooth bed. This is in the warning. Do not pick a fight with people who have the money, power, and personnel to silence you. That goes for in the streets too. The administration and staff are the controllers of the prison. Prison is a place of nightmares. Trust me, I've seen skid bidders, which are people that come in for short amount of time, that are worse off than the lifers, which was a direct effect of the administration flexing on their ass. The next section in each chapter is the true to life. But like I said, I'm not going to read that. If you want to read what happened to a prisoner in there, you have to stay tuned or get the book. Get the book. That's what I meant. All right, boom. And I got two stories in there. Told you it's a light read, so you can get through it. A lot of people get through it like, oh, should I upgrade? All right, chapter 3. This is correctional officers, aka COs. If you're a correctional officer, aka CO, a cop or anything, speak the fuck up. Some of y'all niggas be wrong as fuck. For real. In prison, I ain't talking about count, I'm talking about prison. In prison, there are two different types of COs. Two of them. It might be three, four. Yo, if I'm missing something, y'all let me know. In prison, there are two different types of COs. You have the ones who are reasonable, and then you have the dickheads. Let me break down the two types. Type A's are assholes. Type B's, they be chilling. Yeah, both are in a position of power, so they got to do what they got to do to make sure everything is ran that way. You know, some view all the incarcerated as scum, and some don't. And there's a typo in my book. Type A's are the ones that will go above and beyond to make your life a living hell for no reason. For no reason. Quick story, real quick. I was standing outside my cell. I just took a shower and shit, right? Some rookie dude from Vineland. You know, if you watching this, you pussy bro. CO shit, right? I'm at my door trying to get buzzed in, and he just wasn't feeling me. My dreads was on drip. I was at, you know what I mean? I was me. You feel me? Shout out to my boy Ace. And he pushed the button on me. So he tried to write me up and shit, talking about I was outside my cell without my ID because they give you a little ID in there and shit. And I'm like, nah, bro. I'm just getting out the shower. I'm going back to my cell. You bugging. I was about to beat his ass. I was about to beat his ass and fuck my bed up a little bit, but I was going to beat his ass. And he knew it. He called all types of cops down there, COs and shit. Motherfucker. Type B's are usually the ones that let a unit or a tier run itself, as long as there's no bullshit going on that would jeopardize them. Prison is a different animal. Type B, like, look, that shit is crazy. That shit, Lucy Mother. That shit is crazy. I don't like that shit. Too cool for that shit. Type B's just want to put in their hours and take their asses home. If you stay out of their way, they'll stay out of your way. Don't disrespect them, they won't disrespect you. But I need to say that to say that goes for everybody. If you disrespect somebody, what you think you about to get? All right, so what you what you could do instead of what you should do in this one. What you could do. Listen, like I said, these are all suggestions. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. Hey, if you like the video, please hit the like button and do all the stuff that they be telling you to do. Subscribe. I got some more stuff. I'm gonna clean it up. Listen, I got you. It's here. No, it's here. To avoid being singled out by any of the above type COs, just remember or say to yourself, if you are temporary, if you're a lifer or anybody doing a long time, my bad. And that comes from the heart. My bad. My bad. You gotta live here with these fucking ducks. I know. Try to get this book try to get this book to one of your loved ones. So they passed the book around and changed the whole environment, the whole vibe of the whole situation to change. I mean, make sure man, this book work. I was in there. All right, this is their house, their playground until your time is complete. That's what I was trying to tell you. You short time motherfuckers that go in there and think that you can't. Birds of a feather flock together. If you're affiliated with any of the known criminal organized groups in which any CO opposes for whatever reason, then you and those around you will become a target of some kind. To avoid harassment from any CO, alert those around you that you need to have a talk with the CO to clear the air. Make sure your boy is right there so they hear the transaction. Don't be going over there by yourself, looking all fucking stupid, looking like you telling some shit. It don't matter. It don't matter. No, you're not supposed to be going over there. You wear the same color as every other inmate or prisoner. What the fuck is you over there talking to this motherfucker for 10, 15, 20 minutes for? But that's something else. That's something else. Don't even mind it. Mama, get your ass in here. Say is maturely. All right, boom. Let me bring that back for you. My bad. A sidebar is when you have a side talking shit, when you have a heart to heart, or man to man, or woman to man to woman, woman to woman. Shout out to all the women doing time in prison too. Hold your head. Let them know that you don't want their problems no more, and that you're demanding respect as a man or a woman. See, I personally had to tell motherfucking COs, if y'all know who y'all is, it's peace. It's peace. You heard? Y'all know it. You feel me? But y'all, all right, say as maturely as you can. If that doesn't work for you, write their ass up. Leave a paper trail because they're live. They making shit up right now on somebody. They making some shit up right now on why they just threw somebody down a flight of fucking metal steps, handcuffed, and all types of shit. You feel me? They making shit up right now. So leave that paper trail that protects you. They probably mad I'm doing. There's a lot of good people in there, man. It's a lot of good people that's in prison that went totally bad once they realized I got kicked out of society. What else am I going to do? Or they might got psych. Man, you know what they did out here in New Jersey? They had little psych spots where the crazy people went, people with mental health issues and shit. They integrated those people with people doing the long like bids. They integrated that shit start man. Then they started putting short timers together with the people with the bids. Shit ugly. And it's shit. When I was leaving, it was more locked down than a motherfucker, man. You just in a cell with a motherfucker. I used to be kicking motherfuckers out my room left and right because I needed at least a few days to my motherfucking cell. Like the fuck out my room. And listen, I mean, shout out my boy Ace, my boy Ace. All right, boom. All right, warning to those people who are sick and tired of going back and forth with the COs. It's very unwise to threaten or fight them. Why? In prison, the COs are the most dangerous gang of brotherhood, especially out here in New Jersey. I don't know about your state, but out here, yeah, I was in majority of the prisons. And yeah, these motherfuckers is gang members, man. They have the advantage. I seen them do horrendous things to people once they get them where they want them. They even pay off gang members to do their dirty work. They'll shake someone's cell down and leave a shank inside the cell to set you up if they want. That was one of my setups. I went to gym, came back. There was I just got to the prison. I ain't even have a chance to get one. Feel me? And it was in there already. As soon as I get back, and my bunkie looking like, I don't know what happened. There are men and women across the country who have not made it home because they are beaten to death or they have killed a CO. And then when indicted, and then was indicted and then convicted with a brand new life sentence. If you see some illegal activity while in prison with dealing with prisoner to prison transaction or even prisoner to CO transaction, it is wise to look the other way. Mind your motherfucking business. Especially if it is non-threatening, non-life threatening. You don't want to be labeled a snitch because the only way you'll be useful is to the CO. The only person, people you'll be useful to is the CO. Just know that the CO does not trust you, even if you snitch. And the prisoners can and will kill you if you're given a chance. If they want to. Yeah, yeah. hmm Most likely you'll get punched and kicked on, shanked, stabbed, and all that. Most likely. You'll have to live in protective custody. Protective custody. You know what that is? That's when you're in a cell by yourself all day, or you might be in there with another person that told. You feel me? But snitches really get stitches. Out here nowadays, what I see out here though, out here snitches don't. I'm not trying to prompt anything, or nothing like that. Say get them or nothing like that. You told her to. Nah, I'm beyond that. All I'm saying is, in there, they get your head busted to the white meat. Out here, somebody been told on 400,000 people. Just tell them 400,000 people. It's crazy. All right, snitch label, but that's part of the culture too. Police, come on, that snitch label never, ever, 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 ever comes off. You'll forever, ever, 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 ever be a rat. You are not a CO. You're not a cop. You're not the administrator. You're not none of that. You are an inmate or a prisoner. Act like it, motherfucker. Now look, the next section is the true to life section, but you already know what to do with that. I'm gonna have to close this out because I have to leave to go pick wifey up. I'm gonna start another live tomorrow. We're gonna pick up on prisoner versus inmate. All right. Hey, to any COs that didn't like what I said or like what I said, like the content, hit the like button. Boo, boo, boo. If I missed something, if I missed the type or whatever, say so in the thing. Say so. Anybody in the administration, please speak up. Need to speak up. Any lawyers, I need y'all to say something. You know, we're gonna pick up on four. Shout out to everybody that watched this. Shout out, right?